తెలిసిన భూతమంత్రుడు ఉన్నాడు. వాడు చాలా ఫేమస్.
ఎంత ఫేమస్?
ఫేస్బుక్లో ఫోటో పెడితే 100 లైకులు వస్తాయి.
Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Don't forget to subscribe to Madhura Audio.
Please subscribe to Madhura Audio.
Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Don't forget to subscribe to Madhura Audio.
Please subscribe to Madhura Audio.
Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Please subscribe to Madhura Audio. Don't forget to subscribe to Madhura Audio.
ਸ਼ਿਮਲਾ ਤੇ ਕਦੇ ਖਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਮਨਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ, ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਟੰਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਰਫਲ ਦੋਨਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ। ਜੇ ਇਹੋ ਕੁਝ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਣਾ, ਵੇਖ ਲਈ ਨਤੀਜਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਕੱਲ ਦਾ। ਵੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਰੁਕਦੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਹ ਰੁਕ ਰੁਕ ਕੇ ਚੱਲਦਾ, ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਫਰਕ ਪਵੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ। ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਫਰਕ ਪਵੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ। ਨਵੇਂ ਸੁੱਟ ਲੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਚੁੱਪ ਦੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਦ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਖਰਚੇ। ਹਾਏ ਜੱਟੀ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਵੀ ਪੂਰਾ ਚੱਕ ਮਾਂਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਕਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਕਰਾ ਤੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਚਰਚੇ। ਉਹ ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਟ ਬੋਲਦੀ, ਉਂਝ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਪਲ ਪਲ ਦਾ। ਵੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਰੁਕਦੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਹ ਰੁਕ ਰੁਕ ਕੇ ਚੱਲਦਾ, ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਫਰਕ ਪਵੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ। ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਫਰਕ ਪਵੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ। ਸੱਚ ਕਦੀ ਕਦੀ ਸ਼ੱਕ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਏ, ਕਿਸੇ ਚੰਦਰੀ ਨਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਡੇਟ ਮਾਰਦਾ। ਹੋਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਸੁਣੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਏ, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਕਰਾਂ ਹੇਟ ਮਾਰਦਾ। ਹੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੀਨ ਕਰੇ ਨਾ, ਰੱਬ ਜਾਣੇ ਸੱਟਰੀਕਾਂ ਕਿਨੂੰ ਕੱਲਦਾ। ਵੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਹੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੀਨ ਕਰੇ ਨਾ, ਰੱਬ ਜਾਣੇ ਸੱਟਰੀਕਾਂ ਕਿਨੂੰ ਕੱਲਦਾ। ਵੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਹੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸੀਨ ਕਰੇ ਨਾ, ਰੱਬ ਜਾਣੇ ਸੱਟਰੀਕਾਂ ਕਿਨੂੰ ਕੱਲਦਾ।
Today because of what is happening. We do not know for certain how long this is gonna last. How long the government, the state institutions will be on holiday. We do not know for certain. But he is given an exception only for security and military institutions to work. There have been security presence around this area. They say to protect the state institutions. But nevertheless, the situation is still very tense, chaotic. These protesters have been moving around the headquarters of the parliament with no organization, with no systematic plan for their existence here in this area. We spoke to them. They say that they're now in an open sit-in until their demands are met, or at least until they get instructions from their leader, Dr. Sadr, to pull out. Other than that, they will stay here in an open sit-in.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mahmoud Abdul Wahed, live from inside the Parliament building there in Baghdad. Let's take a closer look at the man behind the current unrest. Muqtada al-Sadr is the founder of Iraq's most influential religious political faction. His bloc won 74 seats in October's elections, making it the largest faction in Parliament. But last month, Sadr ordered all 74 MPs to withdraw because of the failure to form a government. Sadr was the leader of a powerful militia group, the Mahdi Army, which was founded in 2003 in response to the US invasion of Iraq. The cleric is a populist who enjoys strong support among poorer Shia communities. He wants to end both American and Iranian interference in Iraq's internal affairs. He and his supporters oppose the candidacy of Mohammed al-Sudani for Prime Minister. They think he's too close to Tehran. Political analyst Akil Abbas says Sadr's supporters are waiting for a comprehensive deal from the government.
I think we passed the stage of who's going to be the next Prime Minister. The Sadrists basically want a grand deal, a deal that includes the judicial.
Sadr's supporters are waiting for a comprehensive deal from the government.
Of who's going to be the next Prime Minister. The Sadrists going to be the next Prime Minister. The Sadrists that includes the judicial grand deal, a deal that includes the judiciary, reconstituting the Supreme Court, setting some time for an early election, not touching or touching the electoral law, and then the premiership. So several things in one package, then this would end, supposedly. Mainly after Maliki, the arch enemy of Sadr, took over the coordination of framework. That thing really intensified this conflict when Maliki's candidate became the premiership candidate for the entire coordination of framework. And that really pushed Sadr to react, and to react strongly. Now he's waiting for this candidate to withdraw from the race. I don't think the framework will hold up for long if this protest continues. I think some people in the framework are waiting, are wanting some sort of excuse in order to leave the framework or kick Mr. Maliki out, and they sit in the protest in the name of national security, in the name of peace in Iraq. Some of them would make this move. So Sadr is giving them the pretext one way or the other.
Ukraine's president has ordered the evacuation of the eastern region of Donetsk as fighting with Russian forces intensifies. In a late-night address, Volodymyr Zelensky said people must leave the wider Donbas region, which includes Donetsk and Luhansk.
It is important for all our people who still remain in the Donbas and the areas of the fiercest fighting. There are hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of children. Many refuse to leave, but it really needs to be done. This decision will have to be taken regardless, believe me. And the sooner it's made, the more people who leave the Donetsk region now, the fewer people the Russian army will have time to kill.
John Hendren has more now from the port of Odessa.
There are a surprisingly large number of people who have stubbornly remained there despite the relatively heavy fighting in that region. You heard the president of Ukraine there, Volodymyr Zelensky, says there are tens to hundreds of thousands of people in that region. The deputy prime minister, or another government official said that there were 52,000 children alone in the Donetsk region. So what they're trying to do is get people out of there, the sort of stubborn dead-enders who want to remain in their homes. And for understandable reasons. If they leave, they are refugees. So he is promising them that there will be assistance, there will be aid given to them if they get out of that region. And also another problem there is that this coming winter. The gas lines have been severed, the electrical lines have been severed, and so it will be a very cold and unpleasant and perhaps perilous winter for anybody who remains in that region. So they're trying to